Hey everybody, and welcome to Cooking Adventures with Katie, Season 2, Episode 2. Pumpkin pie filling. Really, we're making just the puree, but we're using a pumpkin. So, this will be interesting, to say the least. This is the only pumpkin that I have, so if I mess up, that's it. There'll be another episode, but that'll be it for this one. And it's still gonna go on there if I mess up, so there'll probably be a part 2 at some point in time. Anyway, Cooking Adventures with Katie, Season 2, Episode 2, Pumpkin Pie Puree Filling, yay! Here's why it's going to be interesting. Well, I'll let you discover. So, here we have our pumpkin. I have a very sharp knife and a knife from earlier that needs to go away. Going to cut. I should probably have a cutting board underneath this. Cutting board. Cut a flat side. That's kind of flat. So that way, after it's done cooking, we will be able to lay it flat. So flat. That's sure. Totally flat and totally equal. So now we break my pumpkin may be rotten. I got it before Halloween, so we'll see. So take it, break off the stem, and then you take your cleaver and your mallet and very carefully cut your pumpkin in half. I'm glad this knife is so sharp. Alright, that was surprisingly easy. Oh, it's not bad. It's just the top part. Okay, so, yeah, see, it's just that little bit. And it's not going to be the end of the world. And, having cut the sides off, they lay flat perfectly. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this knife, and I'm going to cut out the ick nasty right quick. Oh, and take an ice cream scoop and scrape out the seeds. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna come back with this gone and that gone. Or if you have stuff left over from carving pumpkins for Halloween, you can use that as well. Alright, so to be honest, I thought it would take a little bit longer than what it did. So make sure you have your oven set to 400 degrees on bake. That's kind of important. But while I'm waiting on that, really it's simple stuff. So this will be a rather short episode, unless I find things to do to make it 20 minutes long. Yeah! We'll see. Okay, so something kind of weird. We have a propane oven, which I mentioned in the update. First time boyfriend used the oven, he said it smoked real bad and there was a real funny smell, but it wasn't the propane smell. And what was it? I don't know. So I went looking for one of my cookie sheets and was sitting here like, where the hell did I put them? So I checked underneath the oven. Yeah, there's like something melted all on my cookie sheet. Like, not this one. This one's fine. Let me go grab what was melted. I know what it was. Because I had a lid to a 13x9 brownie pan, and it was plastic, and it was underneath the oven. Yeah, that melted. I know what that smell was. I know why it was smoking really bad. I just discovered it. So fun. Anyway, now that we've discovered that, you want to take your pumpkin halves and put them on the cookie sheet. Boop. Doop. So then we take salt, oil. Want to oil and salt them. So well, let's hope that doesn't catch on fire and explode. And salt, which is in the cabinet. All right. Okay. And then we put them face down. And then once the oven is up to temperature, they go into the oven for 25 minutes. I'm gonna check. But we're gonna wait for that to go up, and I will clarify when I come back. Yep. Okay, so the oven is ready at 400 degrees, and the pumpkin will go into the oven at 400 for 30 to 45 minutes until a knife can be inserted and removed smoothly. Okay. 30 minutes! So generally, after the pumpkin comes out of the oven, and the knife can be smoothly inserted and removed, you will take a spoon, or once it cools too, you don't want to burn your hand, but you want to handle it while it's warm and mushy. You want to scoop out all the meat from the inside of the pumpkin, throw it into a blender or a processor and puree it, and you can use it immediately or stick it in a freezer bag and save it for 3 months and make some later. So I don't think I'll be making any pie tonight because that involves a different crust from what I have, or from what I know how to make. And that might be another episode where I pull that out and use it with the graham cracker? A crust of some sort that involves a cracker of some sort. Oh, also, this episode and last episode, when I was going back and watching my last one, I noticed that there were a lot of movements with the camera. I wasn't touching the table, guys. I have a different phone. I have a Samsung instead of an LG, and I think what's happening, or what was happening, is the camera will follow me a little bit, like just enough, so it looks like I'm straight on, and it'll like just ever so slightly. And I think that's what it was doing. So if it made you dizzy, I'm sorry. If this makes you dizzy, I'm sorry. There's nothing really too much I can do about it unless I change what I use to film. And until I make it big, I won't be able to get better equipment. So this is what I have, and if it makes you dizzy, I'm sorry. Please don't leave me. I'm doing what I can. My pumpkin's screaming. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Scoop it out, put it in a bag, or scoop it out, puree it, put it in a bag. You can put it in a blender or a one of those food choppy things that I just said the name of, but I cannot remember for the life of me right now. Processor, there we go. Food processor or a blender, and puree it, and it'll be ready to go. Yeah. So, this is a short episode, ending with my lovely Faith. And thank you for joining me for Season 2 of Cooking Adventures with Kaity, Episode 2, Pumpkin Pie Puree Filling. There might actually be an episode in the near future of the actual pumpkin pie itself. I just gotta wait for my next paycheck, guys. A little bit poor right now. So, without further ado, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what else you would like to see me make. Yeah. Appreciate y'all sticking around. Bye, guys. Bye.